The woolly mammoth was an elephant-like creature that lived from the Pleistocene to the Holocene epoch into its extinction. It was the last creature of the genus Mammoths. Its closest living relative is now the Asian elephant. The last of the woolly mammoths died out in 1650 BC on a remote island in the Pacific. This was mostly due to inbreeding and loss of genetic diversity. This was the same time that the Egyptian Empire was in full swing. Scientists are now considering bringing back the woolly mammoth, as it could be crucial in slowing down climate change. According to CBS News, the reasoning for this is that the mammoth is a creature that evolved to live in the frozen tundra of the northern regions. The mammoths would be able to trample down trees, creating more grassland. Grassland is much better at storing CO2 than forest is, and the packing down of the permafrost could prevent the CO2 trapped in it from escaping. A counter-argument to the mammoth introduction is that forests on average consume more CO2 than plains or tundra. The purpose of introducing the mammoth would be to keep the carbon in the permafrost intact, in contrast to it potentially absorbing more CO2. There are over 1,700 billion metric tons of CO2 currently stored in the permafrost. If the tundra was to become more forested, the tundra could warm up or break, releasing the massive amount of CO2 trapped in it. As for those who say that the idea of bringing back the mammoths could potentially turn into a real-life Jurassic Park, there is some good news. The possibility of that happening is very, very low. As mammoths are such immense sizes, a full-grown mammoth can weigh up to 8 metric tons, with the calves being 200 pounds at birth. Due to their enormous size, they would be very easy to track down and find if they went rogue. Smaller animals would prove a much greater risk. There is also debate about if the woolly mammoths could even survive in our climate, because along with much of the megafauna of the last ice age, their populations were in decline due to climate change and likely other factors. The arrival of humans in northern latitudes most likely finished off the dying species. The mammoth is most likely to be brought back from extinction by the year 2027. It is important to remember that the animal we get will not be a true mammoth. The DNA will have been spliced with African elephant DNA, but will hopefully come close as possible to the ancient beast. Do you think that it is a good idea to bring back the woolly mammoth? Comment your takes below and I will try to respond.